Tonight's video begins with a simple question. What if someone was tracking you right now, and you had absolutely no idea? Apple AirTags were created to help people find lost keys, bags, and belongings, but in the wrong hands, something so small and harmless looking can become one of the most terrifying tools a stranger could use against you. And the stories you're about to hear are not myths. Not rumors, not internet creepypasta. They are real, verified experiences from people who were unknowingly followed by attackers using AirTags. And by the time they realized it, things had already gone way too far. So sit back, stay alert, and listen closely. Because after hearing these stories, you may never look at these tiny trackers the same way again. Our first story begins with a college student who went out for a night of fun with her friends. It was supposed to be a harmless evening, just drinks, music, and laughter. She wasn't alone, she wasn't in a sketchy area, and nothing seemed unusual. After the night ended, her friends split off into different rides and she headed home alone. It was quiet, peaceful, and the roads were empty. But halfway through her drive, her phone buzzed with a notification she had never seen before. It read, "Unknown AirTag detected. This item has been moving with you." At first she thought it was some glitch, or maybe an old device she forgot about, but something about the message made her stomach drop. It said the AirTag had been tracking her movements for the last several hours. Confused and starting to panic, she pulled over into a well-lit parking lot and began digging through her purse. She emptied everything: her wallet, her makeup, her receipts, nothing. She searched under the seats, the floor mats, even inside her jacket pockets. Still nothing. But the alert kept updating. The AirTag was still with her. She called one of her friends on speaker, her voice shaking as she explained what was happening. Her friend told her to stay calm and look again, deeper this time. She opened her purse again and started feeling the seams, pressing the edges with her fingers, and that's when she felt something hard. A tiny disc wedged between the inner lining and the outer fabric. Her heart nearly stopped. She tore apart the stitching just enough to reveal it. A white AirTag tucked carefully out of sight. Hidden so well she never would have found it if her phone hadn't warned her. Someone at that bar had done this on purpose. Someone had gotten close enough to slip it into the hidden pocket of her purse. Someone who likely intended to follow her all the way home. She drove straight to the police station, clutching the AirTag in her shaking hands. The police were able to pull some tracking data and confirmed her fear. Someone had been watching her location the entire night, guiding the AirTag toward her and monitoring her movement all the way from the bar to her car, and then following her drive home. She never found out who planted it or what they planned to do once she arrived. But one thing became clear. It had only taken a few seconds for someone to turn a simple night out into a nightmare. Now we move into our second story, and this one is just as unsettling, but for a completely different reason. A man who worked late-night shifts had a predictable routine. Leave work around midnight, grab a snack, and drive home along nearly empty roads. One night, as he started his car, his iPhone buzzed with the same alert. Unknown AirTag detected. He stared at it, confused. He didn't own any AirTags. He shrugged it off, thinking maybe he had passed near someone else's car and it triggered by accident. But the next night, the same alert appeared. And the night after that. And each time, the AirTag's location history showed the same disturbing pattern. It moved exactly where he moved. His workplace, the gas station he always stopped at. His home. Finally, he decided to search his vehicle. He checked inside the glove box, the center console, every pocket, every compartment, even under the seats. He found nothing. Yet the AirTag alert continued updating, making it clear the device was following him every step of the way. He became paranoid, constantly checking his mirrors, wondering if someone was planning something. And then one night, after getting the alert again, he grabbed a flashlight and got on the ground to look underneath his car. At first he saw nothing but dirt and metal until he looked behind the license plate. There, taped tightly to the back, was a small white AirTag. He froze. Someone had physically reached under his car and planted it there, hidden in a spot he would never casually check. He immediately took it to the police, and after some investigation, they explained something even more frightening. Criminals often use AirTags to track cars they want to steal. They follow the owner's routine. Learn where the car is parked overnight and then come for it later when no one is around. But it wasn't just the car they were tracking him. His route, his stop locations, even the exact time he left work every single night. The realization that he had been watched so closely, so silently, terrified him. He changed his schedule, moved parking spots, and installed cameras at his home. The tracking stopped, but the fear lingered. And these two stories are only a small glimpse into how easily a harmless device can be transformed into something dangerous. A simple AirTag, something the size of a coin, can silently monitor your location, follow your daily routine, and lead someone straight to you without your knowledge. Technology can be a tool or a weapon, depending on who is using it. So if you ever receive a strange tracking alert on your phone, don't ignore it. Check your belongings, check your car, and take it seriously. Report anything suspicious immediately. These stories prove how fast a normal day can turn into something terrifying. If you've ever received an unknown AirTag notification or had a similar experience, share your story in the comments below. And if you want more true AirTag horror stories or other real-life tech nightmares, let me know. Stay safe, stay aware, and thank you for watching.